Browns took Cedric Tillman with their first of 2 third-round picks. Tillman, a big receiver. 6'3", 213 is what he's listed at. He feels that size is an asset to him on the football field.
I think it makes a big difference, honestly. One-on-one, balls in the air, having my body, it's easy for me to box guys out. But also in a blocking game, a lot of guys can't go toe-for-toe with me, and also when I have the ball in my hands. A lot of corners and safeties don't want to tackle me. So I know that, and I just use it to my advantage.
When you say, you expect to dominate, is that part of your is that part of the reason you have that confidence?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking to stiff-arm people to the dirt, for sure.
Here is the scouting report from NFL.com on Tillman. He was projected to go in the second round, went to the third. The comp is Michael Pittman. Highly competitive wideout with enticing blend of size, skill, and toughness that fits what teams are looking for as an NFL starter. Monster in 2021. Last year, suffered a high ankle sprain and really was not quite right. Scott, when you look at that comp to Michael Pittman, that's a big physical wide receiver. I get what the Browns are thinking with Tillman. The question is, can he get back to where he was after that high ankle? He just wasn't quite right most of last year.
Yeah, I think he had surgery on it, so you would expect him to be back to normal given the offseason. And he said he feels good. So when it comes to the size, Dave, when you look at that, we talked about the top of the rotation. Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples-Jones and Elijah Moore and Marquise Goodwin. He would be the biggest of all those guys, or he is the biggest of all those guys, right? So I think when you have that, it's an added dimension. And Andrew Berry talked before the draft of kind of piecing all these skill sets together to make a well-rounded receiving core. And I think Tillman adds to that, certainly. 6'3", that's big, and he still runs pretty well at 4.5. I think the note about playing well against Alabama and Georgia is really impressive. It jumps off the page to me. 2 of the best teams, if not the 2 best teams in college football. And he didn't shrink, and he had monster days. I think he had 200 yards against Georgia in 2021. So all those things jump out at you, and we talk about succession plans. Donovan Peoples-Jones is entering the final year of his rookie contract. I don't think you have to connect too many dots to think, okay, maybe Tillman can take over for him next year.
Yeah, and NFL bloodlines. Dad was an NFL player, and 6'3", that size screams red zone target. You can be sure Deshaun Watson's smiling about that.